All right, today we're going to be talking about surface areas of pyramids and also surface area of cones. Remember, circular pyramids are called cones. So we can have rectangular pyramids, square pyramids, triangular pyramids, or circular ones, which are called cones. Now we have 5 steps this time. Again, we still always want to identify the base because we're going to do a bunch of things with the base. We're going to find the perimeter of the base, multiply by the slant height, and divide by 2. There's always a divide by 2. I'll show you why in just a minute. It's because they're triangles, but I'll show you that they're triangles in just a minute. So that does the lateral area here. And then we're going to find the area of the base. Notice there's no multiply by 2 here because there's only one base in a pyramid. Remember, pyramids go up to a point. So then we go ahead and add 3 and 4 together, and that's our answer. So we get to skip that one step of multiplying by 2. All right. So here's our first one, and here's a rectangular pyramid, or actually a square pyramid. It's a square on the bottom, so each side is 8 feet. And notice it goes up to a point, so there's no second base. And this is what I was talking about with that slant height and having to divide by 2, because look at this figure here. This figure going up the side here is a triangle. And remember, to find areas of triangles, we always have to divide by 2. So that's why we're going to have to do that. So step 1 is identify the base. Well, the base is a rectangle. Again, a square. But so it has 4 sides. So what are the 4 sides? Well, it's 8, 8, 8, and 8. So add those all up and we get 32. Once we do that, step 3 says multiply by the slant height. That's this going up the face. Okay, it's not the height of the whole pyramid, but it is the height on the face here, because that's the triangles we're trying to go ahead and work with here. Okay, so we're going to multiply by that height and then divide by 2, because again, it's a triangle. So 32 times 8.9 divided by 2 is 142.4. So that's my lateral area. That's all these areas added up together, all these different triangles going all the way around the point. All right. Then we have to do the area of the base, which is the bottom. 8 times 8 is 64. And again, there's only one base. There's no base up top, so only one base. So we don't have to multiply by 2 this time. So we just take that 142 and that 64, add them together for 206.4. So that lateral area is in feet squared. Sometimes they'll ask for that, but then there's my total value in square feet. All right, let's try this again. So again, we have a rectangle down here. It does say square pyramid, so these are all the same side. So 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 is 12. So then we take the 12 times that slant height, which again is in front. It's part of that triangle. So 12 times 5.5, and again, the divided by 2, because it is a triangle, gives us 33. Now we do the base times height, just here and here, 3 times 3, which is 9. Add those together for 42. The canopy is in the shape of a square pyramid that is 3.4 meters on each side. The slant height is 2. How much canvas is used for the canopy? Now, when we're doing this, we have to be aware that we only want the lateral area. We do not want the bottom. So we're only going to do steps 1, 2, and 3. If you're doing a tent, a canopy over your tent or something like that, you don't need the bottom because the bottom's the crown. So it's a square or a rectangle. So 3.4, 4 times, because squares and rectangles have 4 sides, giving me 13.6. Times that by that slant height, which was 2, and then divide by 2. Well, that's easy. 2 times 2 divided by 2 is just that 13.6. And that's my answer, because again, I don't need the base. All right, what about a cone? Now we have a specific formula for the cone, but we can actually do this same thing. We can still find the lateral area, one base, and then multiply, then add those 2 together. So there is this formula here, but we're going to do it like we've been doing the other ones. It's really no different. So the first thing is we need to identify that that's a circle. And then the circle, the perimeter of a circle is, remember, 2 pi r. So we're going to do 2 times 3.14 times 3.5, which is 22. Then we're going to take that 22 times the slant height, which is 10, and then again divided by 2 to give us 110. Bottom, the base is area of the base is pi r squared, so pi times r is 38.5. And then we add those two together for 148.5 square feet. So we're doing it the same way, just a little different formulas, because remember, perimeter is called circumference, so it's 2 pi r, and area is pi r squared. Just a little different formulas, again, with those pi's, the 3.14s in there, but it is the same type of steps. So let's do one more. Again, circle. So 2 times 3.14 times the radius, which is 8.2, giving us the 51.5. 51.5 times the slant height, which is 14.6. And again, the divided by 2, because that's a triangle, giving us 375.95. Still have to find the area of the base. Area of the base is pi r squared, so pi times r, or pi times 8.2, giving us this value. Add them both together, 187.2 centimeters, because it says round to the nearest tenth. So, and that's what I have for you today.